Hi, in this video I want to show you how to move from an artifact, in this case a picture, into a visual organizer. In this case, the same example I showed you earlier this semester when we worked on the midterm. And then how to move from the artifact and the visual organizer to an actual body paragraph with a correctly formatted works cited citation. So that's the goal here. That's the process we want to walk through, from artifact to visual organizer to constructed body paragraph. So in this first video, I want to talk about the artifact and the visual organizer. And in the second video, I want to really focus on how to move from those two things to a body paragraph that has the required elements of the assignment. So the visual organizer, we've done it before, just kind of quickly reviewing. You should already have this completed before you start drafting your body paragraphs. You can see here we start with an image. It's a great image. I deliberately chose something outside of our time period. Remember, all of our material comes before the Civil War. But it gave me a good example to show you what you need to put in the visual organizer. So the first thing you need is detailed information about the artifact. What's it called? When was it created? Then you need a claim that places your artifact on the spectrum of the tension that the question you've chosen is about. Each of the questions for the paper are about attention. And so just like you did in the street art project, just like you did in the oral midterm exam, you're going to create a claim that situates your artifact on that spectrum, on that tension in American culture. And then in your visual organizer, you want to identify specific details. You should think of it as things you can put your finger on in the artifact if it's an image, or highlight if your artifact is a text. So, here I talk about their hair, so I can actually touch, the hair, show the hair. I talk about the clothing, I talk about the shoes, talk about the seating. And I list all those details in here. They're bullet points, mini sentences. I'm not writing everything out yet. All right, but I'm not just pointing out the detail. I'm trying to connect them to an interpretation. What is the connection between the cut hair and the claim? All right, and what is the connection between the feathers and the claim? Right, and we're going back and forth, back and forth. And then, really importantly, it's so essential to understand that your cultural context should be something specific from the same time period the artifact was created. Not the period the artifact is representing, not our contemporary period, but the period it was created. So here we're looking at images that are from 1883. And so the cultural context is a specific event that comes from around the same time period, in this case 1882. Notice I also provide my source. This is going to be really important later when I put together my paragraph. And as I've said many times before, you can find all the context material you need either directly from our lectures and the resources we've been reading in the course, or by using the library databases that I've walked you through before, particularly the American Mosaic library databases and the American history and pop culture and other databases that we've looked at before. So you can go back to those library databases and review how to use those. And I'll also remind you where the videos are on how to do that. But the point here is that in my visual organizer, I have everything I need. So that now when I go to write my paragraph, I'm just taking this material and putting it into a set structure. That set structure is what I want to look at and talk with you about in the next video. Thanks.